Win that $39,000, the second SpIitFire championship. Danny Wiseman against Steve Jaros. Big scores. And remember, they only need 430 combined score to break the all-time record in a championship round match. Wiseman needs 261 to break the all-time three-game record of 815 set by Jim Stefanich.
Reality. All bowlers know that situation, don't they, Nelson? The 10-pin.
Well, the 10-pin knows they're bowling for 39,000. It doesn't want to go down that easily. Wiseman, who is an excellent player, both left-handed and right-handed, almost of equal ability. And Chris, one note on that, left-handed or right-handed on the Pro Bowlers Tour, if you can bowl just as well left-handed as right-handed, or nearly as well, you can bowl with either hand, although in sanctioned bowling leagues, you have to maintain an average with either the right or the left.
29-year-old. The tournament leader is greeted by a 10-pin on the right wing. His best this year was 9th in Ray Becker's Peoria tournament.
A beautiful, smooth style of Steve Jaros. He's a grind-out player, very methodical, up here, everything in good position, much like our tournament winner, Jack Jurek, last week. And, Chris, he's not prone to shoot the big numbers. He's a grinder-outer. I think he's really got to change his game plan here.
All right.
And what I would do to change that game plan is see what happens the first couple of frames. If you're 10-pin, 4-pin around, as Joe Bush looks on, if you're around the pocket, you have to change and go with a little more speed.
Jill is a promotions supervisor for SpIitFire Spark Plugs.
They all had fun last night at the ABC Sports Party.
A group of young people with SpIitFire that make things happen. Of course, it helps to have a good product, too. Here he goes. He's had 21 strikes now this afternoon.
The whole championship round among all 5 players have been 80% strikes out of the 69 shots leading in this championship game, Chris. Tremendous action. And obviously, you cannot throw a weak sister, a weak strike ball down there right now. So Danny Wiseman with the real good wrist action. I like the way he opens his hand, closes it, and wrist up right on behind the ball. Slick.
Yes. Now here is Jaros again. He last won the Choice Hotels Classic in 1993, and 2 years earlier, he won the same event in Edmond, Oklahoma. So they match strikes here in the final game. Bowling for $59,000 plus incentives, Nelson.
And those incentives can add up to over $100,000 in any championship round. So there's a lot of extra money that the fans don't see, but the players are bowling for. But the #1 prize is at $39,000 offered by SpIitFire.
Get up, come on. Yeah.
All right, Steve Jaros now leads by 10 by virtue of that strike. Wiseman will be up as we're in Erie, Pennsylvania, where, you know, an unfrozen Lake Erie plays host to Mother Nature and today's championship trophy. Get a look at this. What a summertime treat, Erie. Pleasant in the winter as well. Now it's Danny Wiseman. Can even things up with a strike in the 4th. The machine.
Well, he really put the putty to that one, Chris. He got it, opened that hand up a little bit farther and just snapped that wrist dead underneath the ball. And the key for Wiseman, obviously, is to keep his wrist staying under the ball and not over the top. Both players start the championship match spare and 3 strikes in a row.
Stringing 4 and taking a 10-pin lead. But now Steve Jaros is up. It's his turn.
Jaros' ball reminds me of one of the great players of all time, Chris, Ned Day. Remember how he had that smooth, methodical style? He set the big hook out there, actually a curve, and he always carried the 10-pin so well.
Leaving the 2 sleeper 8. Next week, Detroit, the Joe Louis Arena.
The man with a low maintenance swing, shoulder high, inside out. He's playing a pretty good size hook, much like Mark Williams was playing. And every once in a while they get caught in that oil in the center. The result on that shot was the 2-8 spare, and by no means a gimme.
Good technique.
Okay. All but 1 round.
18 games of qualifying, 24 match play finals. Steve Jaros averaged over 240 on the last 24 games in rounds 4, 5, and 6, and he's going to have to come up with something along that line, stay in there with Danny Wiseman if he wants any chance here in the championship.
PBA titles, 12 regionals for Steve Jaros. Now another angle. Norm Samet, our director, really bringing you shots today. Total of 24 strikes this afternoon.
Danny likes that result. A little quick with his feet, a little anxious, a little longer swing. I saw his backswing go about 4 inches higher. He got the ball down the line. That's why his shot has more mistake room than the players throwing the big hook out there today. And he ripped the 5 out to take a 22-pin lead through 6. Best shot of the day for Danny Wiseman. Despite all the strikes, that was his best shot.
And of course, this is his 3rd game, and for Steve Jaros, it's his 1st of the afternoon as tournament leader.
A perfect strike. 1, 3, 5.